Yeah, we're checking in with Gloucester County right now. We're at last check in Dominion, Virginia Power. Nearly 2,000 utility customers were without power as they are having problems with high winds and tree limbs on power lines. We've got some pictures right now from Hayes. On the phone to give us an idea of what's going on is Sheriff Warren of Gloucester County. Sheriff, how's it looking out there where you are?
It's busy. We're in response mode as we speak, but we've responded to 24 separate incidents in about a 20-minute period.
What have you seen, and what are those reports showing you, or what's happening there?
It's all wind damage related. A lot of power lines and power poles down. We have multiple structures that have been struck by trees. We've been very fortunate that we don't have any reported injuries at this point. We had a UPS driver that was actually driving down a road in Hayes, and a tree came down on the driver's vehicle. Fortunately, wow. That driver had minor injuries. And again, we're still in response mode now. A lot of individuals, are at work and have no idea that they have a tree on their residence until they get home or a neighbor calls them, and then, we'll get a call after the fact.
Sheriff Warren of Gloucester County on the phone with us right now. Give us an idea of the impact of the storm on Gloucester County. It's prime time for schools right now, Sheriff. How are schools impacted by the storm?
A lot of the schools, our Page Middle School, as you know, they're in a mobile facility at this point. I understand that all the children were taken into the high school, into the more secure structure. One of our private schools, Ware Academy, had moved their children into a stronger section of their school, but no reported damage at any of our schools.
And schools may be releasing students soon as we get to those dismissal times. What is your advice? What is your word, and what information you want to pass along to parents right now?
I think be patient. It's going to take probably a little bit extra time for the transportation drivers to get their children home, due to, traffic volume, and, we still have branches down and some power lines down in some of the traveled areas. However, the storm has passed us for everything that we can see, and we're just getting light rain at this point. I don't think there's going to be any type of danger having the kids ride the buses home as normal.
We're on the phone right now with Sheriff Warren of Gloucester County. We're working on some 24 separate incidents of problems because of the storm, power lines down, or branches or trees or poles that have fallen. As far as we know, kids are being taken care of at the schools where they are. Dismissal times will be as usual, and no extraordinary measures having to be implemented in terms of parents rushing to the schools to pick up their kids. That's not needed right now?
That's correct.
And Sheriff, what else do you want to tell us about the impact of the storm on Gloucester?
It's just anytime you get an incident that stretches from as far north in our county to the south end of the county, it's very taxing on our resources. And, the dispatchers and all the first responders have done a wonderful job. And, just be patient with us if you've called. We're taking calls in priority, in order of priority, I should say.
And just to recap, you say you have one injury that you know of. Tell us about that one more time.
That was a UPS driver that was transporting cargo as usual on a normal route, and a tree came down on top of a vehicle. I believe it had some power lines involved in it as well, but from what I understand from the officers that responded, it's very minor injuries.
Sheriff Warren of Gloucester County, thank you very much for sharing that information with us.